we talked about the consumer side. Let's talk about the business side, because I mean, how can a business plug into this? What do they get from this? Yeah. Obviously, with my restaurant or club analogy, you know, what the business really wants are the, you know, the big spenders, because that's what probably gets most of the profits of a business. So they want to know who the VIP people are as well.
Yeah.
So how do they tap into the other side of that?
Let's break it down in kind of proof of concept stage where we are right now, and kind of some tangible use cases that we already rolled out. And then about the kind of next steps and the vision and where this leads to. There's like two stories, two answers to the question. Where we are today, status quo. We built a user base of 20,000 users approximately that signed up, and they got something we call the Solana ID priority pass. So it's an NFT that you hold. There's already some off-chain data linked to it. And the 20,000 user base is divided into tiers, 1, 2, 3, 4. The tier 1 is very exclusive, 1,000 accounts only. And it was very hard to get in there. It was kind of competitive because you could do certain things, connect social media accounts, collect some badges on Discord, behave well, right? Have a good on-chain score. And then you get in that first tier. People were fighting to get in there, right? Because they knew there will be some rewards, there will be some benefits. And that's what we do now. We get approached literally by projects. Can we do an airdrop to your user base? Can we give you money? You know, can we send our tokens to your users because we want the creme de la creme to hold our token? So we did that just like 2 weeks ago. We did an airdrop of a meme coin to the top, I think, 10,000 approximately in the 20K list. So they kind of used our tier system to airdrop the tokens to the right accounts. They try to identify people that, you know, if they catch the attention of the project, will hold onto the token, maybe buy some more, but more importantly, talk about it. Talk about it on Twitter with their friends and so on. We help them to identify these people. So that's, I think, a very tangible example because it's literally live. Like we did that, people claimed their tokens, everyone was happy, right? Cool. The project got like a spike in media mentions when we did that because people talked about it on Twitter.
Right. I just got dropped this. Did anybody else get this?
Exactly.
That kind of thing, yeah.
Right. Reposted our tweet and so on. So we did some announcement around it as well. Now, where this leads to is a much more sophisticated campaign strategy where you have like almost like a Facebook business manager for the app where they log in an admin portal and they can tell us, look, what kind of user do I want for my chain, for my project, for my protocol? What am I looking for? This user needs to hold a certain amount of stable coins. This user needs to have done a certain amount of volume with liquidity provisioning services. So we're basically looking for behavior data of that user, and they give us the exact data points. And then we can tell them out of the set of 15 million wallets that we queried so far and indexed on the Solana blockchain, 1 million wallets are in your criteria set. This is your target audience. We identify this, similar to Facebook Business Manager. We can even create lookalike audiences. We can say, okay, these people did that, but we also have these people. I think they could behave similar to these people. We can come up with these solutions. And now all we need to do is to help these DApps to reach those accounts. So either those people already have set up a Solana ID and we have a way to them. They gave us their email address because they want to get informed.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith, because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.
When they have perks, maybe they connect with some social media accounts. Maybe we have the Telegram bot out that gives you personal news when you need them. We need to reach these people, but we will help the DApp to identify the target audience based like inside of the noise of crypto, and we'll help them to reach out to them and build this kind of custom campaign. And now, for once, we can spend marketing budget in crypto in a targeted way instead of just throwing it around and seeing what works, because that's basically what the apps have been doing in the past couple of years. There's a lot of Web3 marketing techniques, if you want to say so, that are highly inefficient. Like we came up with a number when we did some research that the customer acquisition cost is 6 times higher in crypto to acquire one customer than in Web2. And it's because of that, because there's no way to target your audience really. Okay. And you're just throwing out money and then you see who comes, right? And then the biggest problem, the people that come are sometimes not the people you want. So you attracted them, you spent money on acquiring them, but then they fuck off again.
Right.
They're not staying.
So maybe even hurt you.
Maybe they're even bad actors.
Right. Or dumped your airdrop and caused problems. So those are the two phases of your business model.
Yeah. So right
Solana
now we've concluded the POC and the proof of concept. We're actually shortly before launching the Solana ID beta version now, where people can create their Solana ID, where we can further bootstrap our B2C side of things and bootstrap ID holders. And once that is live and we're getting some traction on it, we'd start building out the B2B platform, like the actual dashboard, because that will help us to scale much quicker than doing these custom pilots with businesses that we're doing right now.
Right.
We have a group chat and what can we do with you? And we set up some custom campaign with them and so on.
Right. Those don't scale.
I mean, difficult, right? You need a big sales team or whatever. It just makes no sense. You need your docs, you need your portal where you can just send the business to, or they don't even have to reach out to us, right? They can just go there, log in with their account, create their account, and then, set up a campaign, right? And click all the buttons and reach out to the right people through our system. And then we can just, let the business thrive.
Okay, nice. So that's the B2B side. How do you scale the consumer side? Because you want to go from 20,000 to 100,000 to 2 million.
Yeah, I mean, you give them more perks, right? You just tell them the story. That's how we got the 20K, right? Out of nothing. You just told them you're going to get something in return for starting with us now, right? There's going to be perks. So our job is just to make the Solana ID attractive as an identity credential on chain. So you need to want it. You need to feel like you're missing out on something. And we made that work very well in this 20K list. We get so many people asking us, can I still get the priority pass? Can I buy some? Like, no, the campaign is closed. The passes are soulbound. You cannot transfer them. You cannot sell them, obviously. It's an ID object. So we just need to increase that kind of FOMO and scarcity around the Solana ID. And we have some, good marketing campaigns with this that, are a bit exclusive to make sure that we get the next milestone, which is for now 100,000 user signups, so 100,000 ID holders, which will be the next kind of wave that we're getting in a kind of short term.
Okay. What's a solid score?
Well, the solid score is your snapshot of your on-chain activity that you did. So everything you did on-chain, a big algorithm that we've built, we run it through. We're querying right now more than 35 criteria on-chain, and we're building it out constantly. So at some point, it will be more than 100 probably. And then you get a human-readable score from 0 to 1,000, and you're somewhere in between. And we can use that as a very easily queryable number for apps to make a decision on should we give them an airdrop or not. So it's kind of the easiest way to interact with our protocol is just querying the solid score. If you want more custom data, if you want credentials, if you want a specific set of data, you either use the B2B platform that's going to be there later, where you can create your own set of criteria, right? Or right now you just hit us up and we help you to customize the flow. But right now the easiest way, the score is live, like we have it. It's going to be part of the Solana ID beta. And we're very short, actually, right now. Every day we're working on it to wrap it up because it's going to be used in the next 2 weeks by people. They log in with their wallet, they get their score.
Now, can I find out my own solid score?
For sure. I just log into the page. Yeah.
Can I change my solid score?
You can improve it.
I can?
Yeah.
How?
Just be more active on chain, right?
Okay.
You'll see a breakdown.
Okay.
So you click on an expand button and you see a breakdown of your score. And you see basically, why do I have 300 of 1,000 right now? Why am I there? And you see the different categories and you see, oh, I'm not so active in liquidity provisioning, right? Maybe you have like, oh, I have a different wallet account that I do liquidity provisioning with. You add it to your account, you add the second wallet, you have a new score, right? It might be better already. So you can do these things. Later on, you'll be able to use your off-chain data as well to improve the on-chain score a bit.
Like bank account balances and stuff?
Yeah.
Wow.
So create all those credentials using the CK proofs. In the first model, in the beta that we're launching right now, because at the time we speak right now, we're literally, before the first actual product launch. So quite early in the journey, if you say so. In the first beta that we're launching, the off-chain part is not going to be reflected in the score.
How do you get out of a rat race? How do you create wealth not only for yourself, but also for the generations to come after?
I am absolutely amazed with the quality of companies that we're getting exposure to.
We go on to Zoom calls with the innovators and the folks who are building new applications in metaverse, blockchain, artificial intelligence, decentralized finance.
What's going on, everybody? Thumbs up if you can see me.
We are focusing on early stage investment.
And the quality of people that we're getting exposure to, whether it be Dan Tapiero with 1RT, Jason Ma from Open, Yatsu from Animoca.
It's been a phenomenal experience thus far. It has far exceeded my expectations.
We are focusing on cutting edge technologies.
I view it now as the best investment I've ever made. The upside I view is unlimited.
And as a retail investor, I would never get this exposure anywhere else outside of Investment Club.
See you in the Investment Club.